right now, guys. Yep, this is me. Pretending like I know how to use technology. Am I live? Do you see my face? I think so. We're just gonna play around with this. I don't know. Right now it's just me and a cat. Say hi, cat. Hi. Hi. Okay. So I'm a tad bit of a weirdo, and I actually got this working. So I'm excited about that. Now just to wait for people to start showing up so I can feel like an important person. Yeah. Oh look! I see people. Hi! Good, you can see me. I like it. I like it. So right now, the whole idea was I just wanted to try this live thing by myself, and I'm making some ketchup macaroons. I have no idea how this is going to turn out because I just randomly got stuff off the internet. This could taste horrible. Yeah, I just promised some people that for 3,000 that I would bake them something. So they're gonna get something that probably tastes really, really bad. Really bad. I don't know what to do with myself. Yeah. I'm just gonna stand here and dance. Okay, so I put out a tweet, I think a couple days ago, just to have you guys ask me questions. And of course, you guys can ask me questions here as I'm doing stuff. But I have those questions that I got from Twitter, and I guess I'll just start making the rest of the macaroons. And by the way, this is Nissa. She's my Bambino, so she's got the short, stubby legs. I'm gonna have to put you down now, though. I know, she's really clingy right now. Okay, you ready? You ready? Okay. Also, by the way, I have awesome pants on right now. I don't know why I decided to show you that, but I did. Okay, so first of all, I want to thank you guys for deciding that my face was worth following, because I never really imagined that that would be a thing, like at all. I did all of this on a whim, and I'm really liking it a lot. Like a lot. And so I'm glad that things have, you know, taken off, and I'm probably gonna be doing this for quite a while longer because I don't have enough craziness going on in my life that this didn't make sense. So yes, that is going to be a thing. And now I'm gonna stop being mushy gushy and start actually answering questions, because that's the thing. So as I attempt to fold flour and sugar into egg white, I am just so stinking nervous right now. Just need to chill out. Just chill out. It feels really weird because I'm the only one home right now, and I'm just talking at a screen. That's what normal people do, right, guys? Right? Right. I believe so. I don't know. So Steve over at the Lawn Gnome, he just randomly asked me how things were going in my life, because it's been a while since we've talked, and it really has been. We need to talk more, Steve. We really do. But my life is a crazy mess of figuring out my wedding right now, especially with the whole dress fiasco. Still haven't decided what I'm gonna do about that one. I mean, I've got a little while to figure that out, but it's still a thing. Really sucks. Because I really liked my dress. It fit in with the theme. The theme was totally I don't know. But I am having fun making a lot of book flowers. I've been putting some of those videos up here. I hope you like those videos. I don't know. Most of them are for my mom so that she can make them with me as well, even though we live in different cities. That's the thing. And I did go to the cake tasting today. That was nice. I liked it a lot. It might have been my lunch. Might have just eaten a lot of cupcakes for lunch. That's acceptable. I think that's acceptable. Why won't this mix? I need to be taller so I can get more of an angle on this. Ooh, there's stuff going on in chat. Hi, chat. How you guys doing? I'm awkward. I love my awkwardness. Dun, dun, dun. So that is basically my life right now. Reading and wedding stuff, some coloring stuff. But I don't really know what else my life is right now. I'm glad I'm not the only one who randomly talks to four-leggers and inanimate objects. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. I guess the next question was from Brittany Reeds. She was asking me about the future of my channel and what I'm excited for. I think the most excitement I have for my channel right now is just expanding, I'm Englishing, is expanding into creative aspect of booktube, like the book flowers and the coloring videos and whatever I can do. I was thinking about my composite imagery the other day. I want to do more of that, but that just, it's so much planning and so much work. It just, and I need to decide what to do. I don't know. Sometimes I get paralyzed by a blank page because there's just too much possibility there. Too much. Am I the only one? Dun, 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 dun. I'm just soundtrack of my life right now, guys. Soundtrack. But those are probably what I'm most excited about, is just getting my creative juices flowing and things like that. I don't know. I don't know where I want to take my channel sometimes. Actually, most of the time. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Hold on. I got to concentrate so I don't drop this on myself. That would be entertaining. You guys can watch me completely make a fool of myself as I'm streaming live. Also, I want it to be noted that it is extremely hot in here right now because the oven is on and I have one of my studio lights in the kitchen. That probably wasn't the best idea ever. No, it really wasn't. But I'm going to deal with it because I want to hang out with you guys a lot. Ooh, you want to know about my wedding theme? Well, I don't know if it's so much a theme as in it's just stuff that I like. A lot of the stuff are going to be bookish stuff just because that is who I am. But it's all going to have like a vintage old feel to it. It's completely outdoors, which is probably not smart for me and my allergies, especially in April. I'm probably going to have to be wearing snow boots, but I will deal with that anyways. But yeah, book. And then I have like, okay, I need to preface this by the fact that, okay, here's the deal. I am a designer by education. I went to school for graphic design. That was a thing. So when Jeff, who is my fiance, proposed to me, the first thing I did was decide upon a color palette. And it wasn't just like one color or two color. It was like 8 colors because I had to have primary colors and secondary colors and accent colors and all that weird kind of nonsense. Because you need to make sure you have all the colors figured out. That's a thing. That's a thing that needs to be done. And everybody since then has been making fun of me for it. So basically, my theme is the colors I like and books. Is that a theme? I think it's a theme. Oh, I am on all kinds of allergy meds. I'm technically allergic to both of my cats and extremely allergic to both of my guinea pigs. I had a severe reaction last night, actually, which didn't end well for me. at all, unfortunately. I was miserable for most of the night and into the morning. But I'm going to keep them anyways because I love them. And once I get a four-legger, they are with me for life, no matter how my body reacts to them. So I just won't be picking them up with bare hands that often. So yes, that allergies are my life. It's something that I just deal with. I'm just thankful that I have external allergies and not food allergies, because I am the biggest freaking foodie ever. Like, no lie. I like food. I eat all the food. So I haven't been really telling you guys what I'm doing. Right now I'm just piping out the shells of the macaroons. It's not really exciting, so if I don't look up at you guys that often, it's because I'm trying not to make a fool of myself. I am so glad that people completely understand my weirdness for choosing several colors. It's actually surprising that are not actually hyperallergenic. It's actually quite the opposite. They still produce the enzyme that produces my allergies, but luckily the girls, which are the cats, they produce it in such a small quantity that I don't have severe reactions to them, which is nice. But like I said, both my guinea pigs are hairless as well, and I can't hold them for even a second because I welt up and I can't breathe. It's bad. But I like animals too much. I can't say no. I can't. I like tuna fish and apples. That's brilliant. It's a tuna fish salad. I put all kinds of fruit in. I put grapes in, I put apples in. I kind of treat it like a chicken salad. So I understand your how you like tuna fish and apples together. It's that savory and the sweet, at least for me. I don't know about you. What do I got next? I'm okay. I'm squeezing so hard it's coming out at the top of the bag. Fail, April, fail. Oh, some of these are funky shapes. I'm not concentrating hard enough on this. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. I believe. I think I got another question here. Darian, he just asked what books are on my radar right now. And I actually got quite a few that are on my radar. Stop coming out at the top of the bag. Yeah, this is not going as well as I wanted it to. I'm probably gonna waste a good chunk of the batter. So books on my radar right now, the top one would have to be, I believe it's Oathbreaker by Brandon Sanderson, which is the next one in the Stormlight archive. I believe that comes out in October. Super excited about that one. No lie. That one's the top of my list, and probably as soon as I get that one's gonna be read. Like, nobody's business. Yeah, I should have twisted the top of the bag. Unfortunately, it's too far up that it's I can't save it at this point. It's gone. It's gone. Oh man. Another book would probably have to be Odd and True by Kat Winters. I've just recently got into Kat Winters books, which I believe, where did I start picking up Kat Winters books? I don't even remember anymore, but I have a whole bunch of hers on my bookshelf and I'm just starting to plow through them. They're really good books. There's a lot of supernatural elements to them, which I like, but they're also very strong women in them as well. So I recommend those books. I kind of just walked out of frame. I'm sorry about that. I just realized I didn't announce that. And I'm probably just, I'll be back. I have to wash my hands. So if you hear the water running, it's because I'm washing my Woo! Can only imagine how thrilling it is for you guys right now, watching absolutely nothing happen on the screen. Yeah. Best live stream ever. Yeah. I should have twisted the bag. I just got so excited about talking to you guys that I failed, guys. I failed. This isn't the first time I've made macaroons, so I promise I know how to do it. It's just multitasking. I think it's the multitasking. I'm just fixing. Now there's going to be several large bangs. Don't be frightened. Not that you would be, but I need to get that out of the way before I do that. That was loud. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I needed to get the air out. I'm going to put these over there. What other books? I believe Neverwhere. The next book of Neverwhere comes out. I believe God's Grave or something like that by J. Kristoff. I'm excited for that one to come out for A, I want to know the rest of the series, but B, Kirby Rosands does the covers, the UK covers of those. So I'm really, really excited about getting my hands on those. I'm really excited. You have no idea. So those are the books that are almost on my TBR list. As soon as they come out, they're going to be on my TBR list. It's got to be a thing. It really is. Buddy reads. I've been failing on buddy reads. I don't know what we should buddy read next, Shay. Oh no. Something good this time? I prefer to buddy read something that's good. Which is asking for so much, I know. Okay, so I'm gonna start on the filling, which consists of ketchup and pickle relish. And of course, gelatin. Yay! I don't know why I'm doing this. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. This is gonna possibly go horribly wrong. I'm just gonna mix some gelatin. I might have put too much gelatin in the water. We're just gonna go with this. It's like making Jell-O that tastes like ketchup. That sounds like a horrible, horrible idea. Who has written the breakdown? I don't think I've heard about it. Or of it. What is it? Yes! We should definitely, totally buddy read the Oathbringer together. I agree. You think that's mixed together? Does that look mixed together to you guys? I'm gonna make everybody at work try this too, so that the awkward and weirdness of this macaroon. It's just not my pain alone. I just don't know. Putting the ketchup in. Oh, this is so wrong. Yeah, this is a recipe I actually found on the internet. The internet is full of weird things that you probably shouldn't try, but I'm gonna try them anyways. Mainly because I'm a glutton for punishment. Ketchup is actually one of my favorite food groups, which is why there is both a ketchup cake and a ketchup cupcake video on my channel. 2 of them. My oldest video is a ketchup cake that I made for my birthday and for Mother's Day. That was a thing. And then I think it was for 2000 that I actually did the ketchup cupcakes. So I thought it was fitting that for 3000 I should find something else that was ketchup. And this totally popped up on my search results. So we're trying it. It's a thing. I'm not sure about the pickle relish at all. And this is normally how I act in the kitchen as well. I pull random things out of the refrigerator and the pantry and I just try them together. That's how sophisticated of a foodie I am. Just throw things together. I usually end up eating most of them. That's what matters, right? Okay, so supposedly I'm supposed to put this in the refrigerator and let it firm up for a little while. It's going in the refrigerator. This is my refrigerator. Doesn't it look amazing? I don't know. This is now going to turn into a fridge tour. I'm not really going to do that. You guys don't want to see that. Trust me. Now I have a lot of waiting to do. I have to wait for the macaroon shells to harden a little bit. I have to wait for that to gel up. Just so. You don't like ketchup? There's people in this world that don't like ketchup? What? It's tomatoes and sugar. Okay, I can understand why you wouldn't like ketchup. just putting that sentence together, it's like, maybe ketchup isn't that awesome. I just grew up with ketchup on pretty much everything. My mom, she's from Pennsylvania, which is Heinz country. So ketchup is a thing in my family. Oh, cat's gonna come back. Yeah? Yeah? You gonna come up here and talk to everybody? 3, 2, 1, up! Nis is back. I honestly have no idea where Fia is. City cat. And don't worry, I'll wash my hands before I touch any more food. I promise my kitchen is sanitary. And that was my roommate in the garage, so she'll probably just randomly show up. Wait for it. She's coming. Leslie! I was trying to do this as quietly as possible. Do you want to say hi to the internet? I was trying to be quiet because I knew you had your live show and I didn't know what to do. Oh, I just started it randomly. I know a lot of people who are the other way around. They like the ketchup, but they don't like the tomatoes. I don't know. It's a thing. You're just gonna peek around the corner like a creepo? This is Leslie. She just came back from Zumba. So she's beautiful looking right now. Woo! The internet says hi. How do I tell my cats apart? They're actually two different breeds. Nissa, which is Bambino, so she's got short stubby legs. And Fia is a Sphinx, and she's also got black spots. So she looks a little bit like a cow. Okay, a lot of bit like a cow. She's my little cow baby. So I got baby hippos, which are my guinea pigs. And I have a miniature cow, which is Fia. And then I just got this little naked cat. Leslie's actually the other way around. She's one of those people that doesn't like tomatoes, but she likes ketchup. She eats ketchup on everything. So she's not going to be very good in your argument. Which is why we always have ketchup in this house. Are you just going to show your butt to the internet? That's attractive. I've taught you well. I don't know. Do you guys have any more questions that you want to throw at my face? Because my face is right here for a good 30 more minutes or so. Probably more like 40. This is going to be exciting. Yeah! I don't know what that was. I don't do NetGalley. I have thought about doing NetGalley. It's just, I don't know if I want to put that much pressure on my reading. Yeah, I get a random book for review every now and then, but it's usually just spontaneous and they just show up, which is kind of nice because it's unsolicited. So there's no real requirement for me to read it, especially if I don't really like the book. But NetGalley, you're kind of putting up the sign that says, hey, I'm promised to read your book in a timely fashion. And I'm just such a mood reader that I'm just all over the place. So I might do NetGalley in the future and maybe, you know, sporadically pick up books, but I don't really. If you paid me $100, yes, I would say I hate ketchup while eating ketchup. Do I still get the $100? I'll still continue to eat ketchup, but yeah. I can say a lot of things, but what I actually do might be a different story. That's probably not a good thing. Hi. Just clingy today. Yeah. She's just gonna curl up and fall asleep right there. You're the star of the show right now. You know that, right, kid? Dang it! Guess I don't get $100. Make me sad. Somehow I will survive. Somehow. Ooh, my pet names. Well, technically, Nissa's full name is, what is it? Lady Nissa Lananchi. So she is a combination of fandom references, Doctor Who, and mythology with the Fae. Fia is Theodosia Elaine Grace, which is just a bunch of pretty names that I really, really liked. I heard of the name Theodosia, but then I met some Theas And I decided that I was just going to make her a Fia. So that is how Fia became Feodosia. The guinea pigs are both named Jakob and Wilhelm for the Grimm brothers. It was only appropriate because I really like the Brothers Grimm. So that happened. So it's just a combination of fandoms and names that I hear that just sound good. That's where the pet names come from. Huh, so there's no time restraint on NetGalley reviews? What if I get to it like 2 years later? Do I get dinged for something like that? Sometimes that happens. I'm sorry, people who send me books to review. I'm sorry. What are you doing? She just sat in the middle of the floor and decided that was a good place to just clean herself. Dun, dun, dun. Yay! I love the Brandon Sanderson references in Kaladin and Light Song. Absolutely love them. I approve wholeheartedly. Those are perfect names for animals or people, just things in general. Because I do name inanimate objects as well. Like my phone, this is iPinky because I'm the brain, and therefore my phone is Pinky. So it's iPinky. And then my computer downstairs is, well, the older one is Nala, because that's when Lion. I haven't named the current computer though. Car. My car is Sir Nivian McTwisp, which is an Alice in Wonderland reference for the rabbit, because my car is a Golf, which is formerly known as Rabbit. That's a thing. What else have I randomly named? I'm sure there's something else. 3 years? 3 years to review a book. That's kind of impressive. I think the overwhelming pressure of having that book on my shelf and knowing I should review it might get to me a little bit, because I do have a slight touch of type A. Okay, huge touch of type A, which is why I have spreadsheets for nearly everything in my life, even my reading. But we won't go into that. No, 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 no. There was a time where I had a very extensive spreadsheet for my reading before the wonderful discovery of all the analytics that you can get out of Goodreads. So I'm not nearly as spastic about that, but I used to be. I am amazing, doing absolutely nothing right now, so why would you want to leave this face? I mean, really, what kind of question is that? No, I completely understand why you might need to go. I'll be really sad. I'll be really, really sad if you leave me. Is that a good excuse for staying here and not doing your reading assignment? Maybe I can just post like this for like 10 minutes. That'll be exciting. Yeah, I can understand naming teddy bears too. I have a, I think I've shown my teddy bear before on YouTube. I know how to use a timer. Timers are something I use often, a lot. which is why I always accidentally turn on the microwave instead of the timer. I'm glad I'm, you know, entertaining people. How's my first live stream going, guys? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Or do I get a meh? Maybe a meh. I won't judge you for that. Should I do more of these in the future? And if I do, what kind should I do? Obviously something that is book related or coloring related or just nonsense related. Because that is my life, is just nonsense. Oh, yay, you guys made me so happy. I'm glad you guys are liking it and having fun. I wasn't sure because, like I said, my type A personality was a little hesitant because at least when I'm recording videos, I can cut out my really awkward moments and long pauses and all of my ums. And I can make things all lit pretty with backlights and pretty books. So this is just none of that. I can do literally none of that. And so I was having little heart palpitations being, I need to make it pretty. Yeah, you get my refrigerator. My refrigerator is stinking pretty, don't you think? Refrigerator is named Fluffy. Actually, it's Fluffy Jr. Mainly because my dad always referred to refrigerators as Fido every time I asked for a dog. You've already got Fido. Well, this is Fluffy. Story of my life, guys. Oh. Ooh, bookshelf tour. That's actually kind of brilliant because I have, I think, over 1,000 books, and so that would take a long time to edit. So if I did it, streaming would make sense. Would you guys watch something that awkward? Me streaming my bookshelf? I mean, would it be one of those, like, you go and you look at every single book, or just slowly pan across the bookshelf? What kind of bookshelf tours do you guys like? I mean, I go through phases of watching those. Sometimes I really enjoy seeing what's on other people's shelves, and then other times... Sarah is my middle name. Yep, April Sarah is actually legitimately my name. And it's something that I have always used in my branding. I started using it as a graphic designer, building my website and trying to get business that way. And then when I actually got a corporate job, it kind of morphed into other things, and now it's my YouTube thing. And I guess it's, I really like my name. So I just, April Sarah. It is an awesome name, Sarah. Awesome name. I approve of your name. Not that you need my approval, but you get approval of Sarah. And you even spell it the right way, which is even better. I'm like, who is your mother to give you that middle name? Because that would be kind of awesome. I'm not gonna lie. The refrigerator is peeing right now. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I don't know what else you guys want right now. I just kind of went silent because my brain is just like, what else can I talk about? Because I have to fill the silence because you guys are here and you're awesome. I don't know why you're here, but you're all awesome. You guys are now all of my favorites. Every single one of you, my favorites. Mark this day and take a screen cap of that and use it on me as blackmail later in case you need it. Mom is the best name ever. My mom is named Mom too, and it's my favorite thing to scream across any public place and in the house. Pretty much anytime she is somewhat in my vicinity. What books will I never pick up? I'm sure there's some. I'm just drawing a blank right now. Leslie, what books will I never pick up? I know I have some. Oh, okay. So Disney did a spin-off reboot thing of Peter Pan. I think the first one was Peter Pan and the Starcatchers, I think it is. I sort of kind of started reading that one and then hated myself for it because they get all kinds of things mixed up, and Peter Pan is one of my favorite all-time stories ever. And so if you deviate and get things wrong in it too much, you go on my list. So that whole series is on my list. So I have to be really careful about Peter Pan retellings. Oh yeah, the whole Cassandra Clare. I probably won't ever pick up any of her books. I did read City of Bones a long time ago, but after that book, I couldn't. Nope. Couldn't. And I have an on and off relationship with Sarah J. Maas. I did read all of the current books in the Court of Thorns and Roses series, but I will not be picking up the Throne of Grass. It's now the Throne of Grass series. The Throne of Glass series. I read the first book. It made me mad in several different ways. So probably won't be picking up that one at all. Oh, I did catch the eclipse on Monday. I was actually in the path of totality, which was really cool. So I took the afternoon off and I hung out with my families and I had a barbecue and we watched the full-on eclipse happen, and it got really dark around here. It was ridiculously crazy. The cats had no idea what to do with themselves because it felt like bedtime. It did, and it got really cold. It was cool. I'm just gonna make faces at you now. I do work for a scientific company, and they do a lot of measurements on plants and things like that because we build the instruments for that. So there was this whole great big setup and event of measuring what happens to these plants as this totality occurred, and that was really cool. Hopefully they have the readings and measurements of that coming out soon, because that'd be interesting. Tom Clancy. My dad, I think, has or had a lot of his books. I haven't actually picked up any of them before. I do like a good action story. I mean, I could see myself picking it up for like, I'm just losing my mind right now. It's late. I haven't had dinner yet. I'm sorry. What was I saying? Tom Clancy. Yes, I can see myself picking that up as an audiobook for a car ride. I think that would be a perfect audiobook for a car ride. So I like the concepts of Tom Clancy's books. I can't honestly tell you if I like it one way or another, though, even though I don't know why I never picked one up. I think when I was living with my parents, they always seemed like dad books. I labeled them dad books, so therefore they were not April books. Yes, it is very fresh. I'm going to start a series now, even though I don't write and you guys don't want me to write. I'm going to start a series that is called Throne of Grass. It's going to be an epic story. It's going to be pure nonsense. Full of grammatical and spelling errors, all for your viewing pleasure. You're welcome. Dun, dun. I'm catching up on chat, guys. I'm sorry, I just went silent there. Dun, dun, dun. It's a bummer that some people didn't get to see the eclipse, especially the totality. The totality was amazing, especially when you just saw that ring and that's all you saw. That was cool. We did have clouds here though, so it wasn't clear view, but you could still see things going on. Do I listen to any podcasts? I'm on and off with podcasts. I don't think there's any podcasts that I listen to regularly. There was one story type podcast that was about some kind of investigation inside this one town. I don't even remember what it was called anymore, but it was this weird. It was this eerie, almost story time, old time radio feel to it, and I absolutely loved it. I lost track of it though. I'd have to maybe I might have it on my phone. Things came up and I couldn't keep track of it at all. Let's see. Do I still have podcasts on my phone? I might have removed the app. That's how often I listen to podcasts. That's kind of sad. But if you have any recommendations for good podcasts, I like eerie things and just pure nonsense thing. I do know several people who do have podcasts. I believe D&D, right, Leslie? Is that what Josh does?
Sneak Attack.
Yeah, Sneak Attack. Which every once in a while I'll listen to one of those. But other than that, I don't have a lot of podcasts that I keep track of. Favorite book I have read as an adult. Can I just say Brandon Sanderson in general? All of them? Every single one of them? Brandon Sanderson just snuck in there and has now become one of those authors that I will probably be reading until the day I die. Because I really, really like his work. That and which one of Brandon Sanderson's do I like the most? I don't even know because there's just so much in all of his works, but just Brandon Sanderson in general, which you probably already knew. Yeah, I would have to say either Mistborn or the Stormlight Archive. Those are probably my two favorite series right now. His. Yay! Oh my gosh! Epic fail, guys! Epic fail! Oh no! Oh! I have a sheet of macaroons. Yeah! Oh, something went wrong with that batter. Like really, really wrong with that batter. But because I love you guys all so much, I'm gonna wait for that to cool and then I will cut them into square pieces and make really crude sandwiches out of them and eat them anyways. Cause I'm just like that. But just, I promise I make macaroons all the time. It's just because I'm live, and so the oven and the kitchen are plotting against me, and they're like, oh, you think this is gonna go well? It's not at all. Man! Dun dun dun! Dun dun dun! Nothing here over. Dun, dun, dun. I think it is brilliant that the eclipse was on your anniversary. I think that means good things for your future. I'm just saying, if anything special was going on Monday and the eclipse happened, that means only good things can happen from there. It's my positive vibe for all of you. Yeah, I last heard Sam talk about The Assassin's Apprentice. It is one of those books that are on my, I need to pick this up, but I've made it my mission this year to cut down on the books I own and haven't read. So that is where my life is at right now. I'm trying to plow through all of those books before I get invested into big series like The Assassin's Apprentice, because I can only see myself really, really liking those and going off the deep end with that. Because Sam and I seem to have similar tastes when it comes to the high fantasy and that kind of thing. I think when I first started BookTube, she was doing a buddy read group thing. I don't remember what book it is. It's on the tip of my tongue. But it was one of those high fantasy books, and I do want to continue on in this series. I can think of all of the plots and things that go on in this book, but I can't think of what it's named, and now I have to look it up. That's going to be a thing. I don't know how I'm going to look it up. How am I going to look that up? How? I don't even know. Oh, I can bring up one of my spreadsheets that I keep about my life. Shall we bring one of those up? This is exciting. Ruin the macaroons, and now you guys are just seeing my face as I attempt. Well, I don't want you to open that. As I attempt to find where my life is at. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Let's see. Reading statistics for 2015. Holy buckets. We're gonna find this book. We're gonna find this book. If this spreadsheet will load, because it's kind of loaded. Book summary. I read 2,000 books in a year, guys. 203 books in 2015. Let's see. I believe it's somewhere in here. It's gotta be. I'm not gonna find it now because I just made a huge, great big deal about it. List Android. I can picture the cover. Some guy in a ship. That helps absolutely nobody. If I remember what it is, guys, I will totally tweet it out. I can't think about it. It's gone. It's gone. And now I lost you guys. Oh, there you are. Boom, boom, boom. Where did my video go? This is exciting. Let's see. Yep, I do follow Joyce Scribbles Reads. She is, I believe I started following her when she first started booktubing. She does some, I like the way she does book reviews. She's very, so yes, I do follow her. I do, and I love her face. Dun, dun. My two favorite, James Rowland and Clive Cus. I'm gonna totally butcher that name. I've never heard of either of them. What kind of stories do they write? Ooh, the horror. I might have to check out that podcast. Sounds promising. And Strange Tales. Both of those sound amazing. Books that I've DNF'd lately. I don't think I have DNF'd any books. I usually just take forever to actually read them, and then if I'm really not liking, I'll just switch to skim reading. So I don't think I ever have put a book down and just flat out not finished it, at least in the past 3 years since I started BookTube, just because I want to put some kind of quick review or synopsis out of it, and it'd have to be pretty bad for me to like flat out DNF it. I did come really close to doing that with We Awaken. That's something about how that book was written and how they were putting asexual characters together. Just, it just felt wrong somehow, and I finished it, but I almost didn't finish it. So I think that is the closest book to not finishing that I've come for at least this year. Dun, 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 dun. Smut books. Yeah, smut books are one of my guilty pleasures at times. Won't lie. Might have gone most of my high school life reading such romance novels. That was a time in my life. Every once in a while, I still pick up those dime stores, especially when I'm on vacation. Just the nostalgia there. They're not the best written things ever, but sometimes you just want mush, right? Mush is good for your health. I've decided this. It's gonna be my new slogan. Mush is good for your health. So should I see if they've cooled down at all? I think they have. Yeah. Doesn't that look appetizing? It was the biggest fail on the planet is what it was. See if it'll even come off the silicone. And look at that. I call this my macaroon cracker. Maybe? I don't know. Let's see if this is gelled up at all. Ooh! Ooh! Ooh, it's like jelly! May have let it harden too much. I totally did. Oh, man. You can spread it on like butter instead of squeezing it out, maybe. This is just all kinds of fail. And I'm glad you guys can be here to watch me fail epically. If it wasn't gonna be the technology, it was gonna be the food. I don't know if you can see this right now. It's like gelatin ketchup with pickle relish in it. This is the story of my life. This is gonna be a new food challenge that you see all over YouTube. I'm totally gonna start a trend because I am just that trend setting. Honestly. You've seen this face? It's like the face of YouTube. I'm gonna smush it around a little bit. Oh, that looks appetizing. So appetizing. Oh man. I think I can squeeze some of it out. Okay, we're gonna attempt this. Yeah. That looks delicious. Well, I think the boys at the office can breathe easily because none of this is gonna make it out of the house because it's just a disaster. So we've got our macaroon chip, and then we got our Jello ketchup, and now we'll put the top on the macaroon. And if you look at it from this angle, it almost looks like a mac. It really doesn't. Oh, that just, okay. If I die, I want you all to know it was an honor hanging out with you guys for my last hour. I appreciate it. Thank you for being there for me. Okay. So it's not horrendous. But I don't think anybody outside of me would ever eat it. It's almost like a pepper relish on a really thin graham cracker. If anyone can imagine that. I just keep eating it. I almost like it. If I was rating it from 1 to 10, it'd probably be about a 7 because it's sweet, and I pretty much eat anything that's sweet. And honestly, it's mostly the pickle relish I taste rather than the ketchup. So I don't know how I feel about that. I'm probably gonna eat more of it just because I'm hungry. Should probably eat real food. Oh man, it's weird. It's one of those things that just looks disgusting and the concept is disgusting, but because it's so sweet and I have such a sweet tooth, I like it a little bit. I'm sorry. I didn't die though, so I'm glad you didn't have to witness my death. Yeah, that counted as a fail. I got shell all over myself. Sorry, I'm a messy eater. This is why no one takes me out anymore. Can't take me anywhere. So I have failed at making of macaroons, but I really liked hanging out with you guys. I'm glad you guys came and joined me for this misadventure. And I think with that, I shall end it here and go hide my head in shame on the failure that is me right now. I heart your beautiful faces, and I hope to see you around the internet. Bye.